I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya.
We really got a hold of the budget. It's not that we suddenly realized how to become more efficient. We made some very deliberate choices.
Palm Coast City Manager Matt Morton tells WNZF's Free for All Friday the city took some steps early on to ensure they were preserving capital while cutting back on operations without cutting service.
Which is a delicate balance. I think throughout so far the pandemic, through the use of technology, particularly our Palm Coast Connect system and our virtual city hall, we were able to deliver over 96% of our services. We're close to about 99% now. We did make some what I call freezes, and they weren't meant to be long-term. So we froze salaries early on. We froze cost of living increases for employees. And again, if you recall, that was because we wanted to be in this fight and be in this struggle with our community, not be tone deaf and separate from it.
Morton says the only service they didn't deliver on came through the closure of the Frida Zamba pool, which saved $600,000. It will be open this season, though. Morton also touted the efforts of dedicated city workers in helping the city survive the pandemic.
I will say a lot of staff has been extraordinarily overworked in our staffing shortages, and they have never complained or asked for more. They've just put in the extra 10 or 15 or more hours a week. It's not a long-term, sustainable strategy, but it's gotten us through. It's been all hands on deck.
He says while some revenues came back higher than expected, he's remaining cautiously optimistic on that front.
I think a lot of the state budget forecasts are still, in serious condition in terms of revenue, in terms of tourism revenue and road funding dollars and sales tax dollars. So we still need to have a cautious eye moving forward. But I will say that healthy position of the city has allowed some extraordinary investments into things like UNF and JU, MedNexus, that are going to continue to do what the vision is, which is reduce the reliance on residential property taxes, delivering more jobs, good jobs to this community, and improving the quality of life.
You can hear Morton's entire interview on the Free for All Friday podcast, available on the Flagler radio app. Tourism dollars in Flagler County have remained strong throughout the pandemic. Karen Johnson has the details.
The slight 13% dip felt in Flagler County's tourism income, the money that the government gets from the bed taxes that people pay to stay in local hotels, didn't get as low as anticipated. Amy Lukazik is the Flagler County Tourism Director.
Over $400 million was generated in economic impact. Visitors who took a trip to Flagler County in fiscal year 20 spent over $300 million on accommodations, restaurants, groceries, transportation, attractions, entertainment, and shopping.
The research firm conducting the survey of 2,000 respondents shows states represented included Georgia, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. The data collection process began in October of 2019 and continued through the end of September 2020. Lukazik says 96% of those interviewed said they plan to return for future visits, and 94% said they'd recommend Flagler to friends and family. Once visitors arrived, they headed for the beach, dined locally, and sought out outdoor recreation and water recreation, according to the survey results. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Flagler Schools educator and the district's employee of the year are honored. John Arking has the story.
In a first for Flagler Schools, this year's district teacher and employee celebration was held entirely online last Thursday, with 17 employees and 11 teachers from across the district being honored. The main awards, though, went to Katie Harmon, a physics and chemistry teacher at Matanzas High School, who was named Teacher of the Year for Flagler Schools, while Chuck Coates, a project manager with Plant Services, was named Employee of the Year.
Stay sane and keep caring about the kids, keep doing what we do ethically, keep pushing those kids, keep setting those standards, and we finished the year strong.
I've been here 12 years, and it's a good feeling to be able to represent our department and the support staff that we do for each of the schools and the principals and around the district. It's great to be able to get rewarded for the work that we do.
Both Harmon and Coates will now represent Flagler Schools for statewide honors. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
Many people report they have not had a reaction to Moderna's COVID vaccine that Flagler County is giving out.
But others have.
I had a reaction.
That would be Gretchen Smith. Yes, the Gretchen Smith who hosts Flagler Health Matters here on WNZF. The same Gretchen Smith who works for the Flagler County Health Department. She said it was her second dose of the COVID vaccine.
My arm hurt, and then I got a low-grade fever. Felt the next morning like a truck had hit me, but by midday, I was back on my feet.
Smith said that she's heard that short-term flu-like symptoms are common in some, but knowing that in about 2 weeks, people are 95% protected from the coronavirus is a good thing. Flagler Health Matters with Gretchen Smith is every Saturday morning at 11:30 here on WNZF. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.